ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Okay, so we saw last time the background, the story, and our young hero is off to Yamaloka. Okay. Now, okay, the story is silent here in those things, but the next verse reveals what has happened. Yeah. Nachiketa lands up in Yamaloka, at Yama's abode. But Yama is not at home. Probably those days communication was a little bit difficult. He couldn't take an appointment and things like that. Okay. How do you communicate with Yamaloka? Yeah. So he goes there. Yama is out. So he waits. And he waits without food and drink for 3 days. Okay. I think it's on basis of these stories, etc., that the Zen monasteries function. Okay. If you look at Zen monasteries, to enter as a Zen monastery as a student is not easy. Our ashrams, people walk in, walk out, take it too casually. Zen monastery, if you have to enter, there is a small room outside, tiny little place. You go ring the bell and wait in that room until you are called. How long? Maybe immediately. Maybe after a few hours. Maybe after a few days. So I think these practices came up because of what stories like this. That Nachiketa stayed there without food and drink for 3 days. Okay. And then Yama returns. Yamaraja returns. Probably was out bringing some good souls to Yamaloka. The story goes that if you have been a good soul on earth, Yamaraja doesn't send his minions to get you, his agents to get you, he comes himself. Okay. That's the story goes. So probably he was out on a round like that, and now he is back. So his attendants, those who have been looking after the palace, etc., when he is not there, he is looking after the palace, etc., they go to him and tell him a few things. They go and tell a few things. Now the verse, that so only from the verses that what they tell him is evident. Okay. It is not evident that all that he waited for 3 days, 3 nights, etc., that's all in the story, the commentary, etc., deals with it. And the verses make it clear. Okay. Vaishvanaraha pravishati yatihi atiti brahmano grahan tasyaitam shantim kurvanti hara vaisva vato udakam. A Brahmana, Atiti Pravishati. A Brahmana, Sattva Guna Pradana, Brahmana. Remember, whenever in the Upanishad you talk about Brahmana, Kshatriya, etc., you go by gunas. Okay? When you are talking about rituals, you can consider other things. But Upanishad always go by this. Okay? Therefore, a Brahmana Atiti. Atiti is an uninvited guest. Just a minute. An Atiti is a person who has walked in. And culturally speaking, Atiti Devo Bhavaha, be one for whom Atiti is like the Lord has come in. Because we have got so westernized, someone comes in without an appointment, we curse the guy. Kare yaar kabhi. No, but traditionally, no. That also shows that you won't walk into someone's house just like that. Okay. Yeah. Because you will be treated extra nice. So these are all the cultural nuances one picks up. Okay. So the attendants go to Yama and says, "Hey, Vaivasvataha." Okay. When an Atiti has come like that, he enters like the fire, he says. He is so Tejasvi, he enters like a fire. And probably the boy was a bit bugged waiting so long. Kidhar gaya? So he says, Tasyetam Shantim Kurvanti. Okay. Calm him down a bit. Okay. Vaivasataha Udakam, Hara Udakam. Hara, please take Udakam, water. No, even if you go to villages nowadays, traditionally speaking, okay, a respected guest comes in. Okay. There is always some water kept outside, before you enter the house. On the compound outside, because they are houses, remember that, not apartments, not flats. So generally, you walk into someone's house, you are supposed to wash your feet and walk in. Leave your footwear out, wash your feet and walk in. People used to laugh at this practice in the cities until recently. This Dr. Mandel put up a video. Scientific reasons. Leave your footwear outside because it's covered all germs, this, that, etc. When you are walking, you have walked all over the town, you have gone to public restrooms, etc. Therefore, leave your footwear outside. We used to do this for age. Nobody needed to taught. It's a custom with us. And now that becomes a problem. Why? Everyone makes a nice box outside to put your footwear, a nice cupboard. And the BMC in Bombay says, you can't have anything in the passage. Why? Because fire department has to go up and down in case of fire, and this will become obstacles. This is called a cultural clash. And why do you need a cupboard outside for your footwear? Because you are buying fancy, expensive footwear. My footwear I leave outside. Why? $500. No, Swamiji, I use Skechers, it's $5,000. No, we can't go. Anyway, jokes apart. So, Hara Udakam, please take water to wash his feet, to offer him water to drink. He has not had anything. So, please offer him water to drink, both. Okay. Why? Why is it important? Not that Yama doesn't know all this, because Yama is Yamaraja, Dharmaraja he is. So Dharma, what happens, karma, karmaphala, etc., he is the expert. But his attendants remind him. Okay. आशा प्रतीक्षे संगतं सुरनताम् इष्टापूर्तेः पुत्रपशूंच सर्वान् एतद्वाङ्क्ते पुरुषस्य अल्पमेधसः यस्याः अनश्नन् वसति ब्राह्मणो गृहे. यस्य गृहे ब्राह्मणः अनश्नन् वसति. Such a sattvic person, if he is staying in your house anashnan, without even eating something, okay, then what will happen? Okay, asha pratikshe, all asha that you have, whether it is badi asha or choti si asha, okay, all the ashas that you have, pratiksha, asha is this something that you desire for, okay. Pratiksha, an expectation. You have done the karma, etc. Now you are expecting it. Asha, you still have to do karma, etc. Okay, pratiksha. Sangatam, what you have got with satsangam, the phalam from satsangam. Sunrutam, by attending good discourses, etc. The punya you get by attending an Upanishad class. Sunrutam. Ishtapurte. These are what everyone is supposed to do. Ishta is Vedic worship. Purti is acts of reaching out. Act that you do for social welfare, social welfare, etc. Annadanam, helping to put up a road or a water body, things like that. Planting trees. These are all called Purti. Therefore, both of them everyone is supposed to do. So, the result of Ishta Purti. Okay. Not only that, Putra Pashuncha, children, cattle, wealth. Okay. Okay. All of them, he says, all of them you will lose. All of them you will lose, he says. If a sattva guna pradanaha brahmanaha has stayed in your house without eating or drinking. Now this can't be taken literally. Okay? Can't be taken literally. Someone walks in and says, you are not there. Okay. You are not there. Then what the heck? But it's an arthavada. Exaggeration to highlight the importance of looking after an atiti. Especially if the atiti is sattva guna pradanaha brahmanaha. Okay. That's why even today in Indian culture, if you go to someone's house, you have to have something. Na? अरे पानी भी नहीं पिया, चाय भी नहीं लिया आप, थोड़ा मुंह मीठा करो. It's part of our culture. कम से कम थोड़ा मुंह मीठा कीजिए. Little coffee I will get you if you are in south. Little bit. In Rajasthan they will offer you water and a bit of jaggery. Because hot, dry climate, na? That little sugar becomes a pick-me-up, jaggery becomes a pick-me-up. It has got traces of phosphorus, etc., which is very good to overcome what you lose through sweating and things like that. Though you don't feel the sweat in Rajasthan so much because dry heat. But so these are all the part of our tradition. Okay. So to highlight the whole thing, all these verses are there. Don't take it literally. Okay. They are arthavada. Arthavada is a style of writing to exaggerate something, to criticize something, or to praise something, okay, to highlight the importance. You criticize something to highlight the opposite. You praise something to highlight what it is important. Okay. Now here it's coming like a criticism. Arey, all this gudbad ho jayega. Your wealth, etc., your punya, etc., will be destroyed. So it's coming as a criticism. Not to be taken literally. Be careful of that. Okay? Not to be taken literally. Okay? So, this much the attendant told him. So now Yama approaches his own guest, the young boy Nachiketa, who's sitting there aram se. Jab Yamaraj will, when he'll have time, he will come to, he will welcome me. He is sitting down there. So now what does Yama tell him? Tisraha ratri yad vasati grihe me anashnan brahmanatiti namasya namaste su brahman swasti me astuhu tasmat pritihi trin varan pranishva. 3 nights, he says, Tisraha ratri yad vasati grihe me, you stayed in my house, anashnan, without taking any food or anything. Okay? Brahmana atitihi, my namaskara to you. This namaskara is not some surrender or something like that. This namaskara is a greeting. When you say namaste, etc., that greeting, namaskara. Namaste astu Brahman, swasti me astu, my salutations to you, may I prosper. These are all the courtesies of greeting, I prosper. Okay. Tasmat, because you stayed in my house for 3 nights without having any food, etc., I want to make it up for you. Okay. Therefore, trin varan vranishva, ask, 3 boons I give you. Why? He is Yamaraja Baba. Life and death is in his hands, okay? He is a lord of death. What is it that he cannot give? That's the idea, Yamaraja. Okay, yeah. So, ask. Ask and thou shalt receive, Ask. 3 boons. Now Nachiketa is saying, 3 boons mila? Acha. Okay. 3, because he knows very clearly. Yama has said 3 means 3. Because we went by our words. When we said something, we meant it and we stick to it. Okay. Okay. First boon. Shanta sankalpaha sumana yatha syad vitamanyuhu gatirmo ma abhimrutyuhu tat prasashtam ma abhivadet pratitah etatrayanam prathamam varam vrane. Etatrayanam prathamam varam vrane. Out of the 3 boons, because you gave me 3. Okay. Just one, the question will be different. Because you gave me 3, the first boon is this. What is that? What is that boon? He says, let my father, okay, Shanta sankalpaha sumana yathasya, let him be calm and peaceful. Because he knows a pre-puberty, a boy just at puberty is walking off and going to Yamaloka. Which father is not going to be anxious? Rishi or otherwise? Yeah. Not only that. Vitamanyuhu Gautamaha Mabhi. And let him be Vitamanyuhu. Okay? Free from anger. Mabhi towards me. Because I am sure the father said, don't go. I just didn't mean what I said. I just said, go to hell. And the kid uses that excuse to walk away. Okay. Sharing something from my life. Okay. Just to give you a perspective of things, not otherwise. I was telling my dad, I want to go to the ashram, study, etc. And he had dreams of me to see me as a great marine engineer, this, that, etc. He was so angry, he said, get out of my house. I said, Dad, that's exactly what I'm telling you, I'm getting out. And I started laughing. I said, you're saying get out of the house, thank you, I'm getting out. That's what I'm telling you. Are you getting the idea? Which father will not be upset or angry or anything like that, So I'm sure Nachiketa's father also had hopes to see him as a great rishi and things like that. No? Happily married, had children, this, that, great rishis. Because only if this guy has a child and things like that can the father retire. So it is important. And here the father is walking, the son is walking off earlier than the father. Abhi ye kya bolu? Okay. All right. Therefore, ma bhi tvat prasishta, freed by you. Okay. Freed by you. When I am going back home, he ensures he can go back home. That Yamaloka is not yet, it is not yet time for him to be in Yamaloka. He is ensuring that. They were freed by you when I go back home. Let him recognize me. Okay? Let him not take me as a ghost or something like that and do some ritual to get rid of me. Let him recognize. Because there are rituals like that. Okay? Ma abhivesa pratitaha. Okay? Let him recognize me as his own son and may he welcome me back. So I ensured the relationship, everything will be fine. He ensured that. Okay? He says, this is my first boon that you offered 3, this is the first one. All right, okay. And Yama is replying to him. Yatha purastad bhavita pratitaha adritalakarim aruni mat prasishtaha sukham ratri sayita vitamanyuhu tvam dadishvan mrutyuhu sukhat pramuktam. Yatha, like before, he says, Audalakihi, his father, okay, pratitaha, he will recognize you as before, and bhavitaha, he will be as affectionate as he was before. Okay. Now he is called Uddalaka and is also called Audalaki. Okay, the same, the person is one and the same. Okay, okay, because he is son of Aruna. For Arunihi. Now the footnote is very interesting here, He is called Aruni also. Audalaka and Aruni. Okay. Like if your wife's family doesn't have a son, if the family you marry into, there is no male heir, etc., for doing this thing, then very often the son-in-law was considered the son there also. That's why the word Aruni has also come. Okay. Remember, this is old culture. Don't compare it with modern setups and things like that and start saying, oh, this is patriarchy and things like that. Okay. This is of a time ago, 10,000 years old culture. Okay. Times have changed, things have changed. Okay. And Shaitaha Sukham Ratri. Many a night will he sleep happily, he says. Okay. Vitamanyuhu Tom Dadishwan Mrityu Mukhat Pramuktat. Because you have freed him from the death also. I will give him a long, long life, he says. He is your father. And the first boon you asked was for this thing. Therefore, the first boon, he will be like how he was with you before. He will recognize you and he will live a long life of peace and happiness. Acha boon. Good son. Okay. Good youngster. Has taken care of that responsibility well. Okay. Taken care of that responsibility well. Okay. Then he still has 2 more boons to go. Okay. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchana asti na tatrantvam na jaraya vibheti ubhe tirtva अश्नायाति पिपासे लोकाधिगते मोदते स्वर्गलोके. स्वर्गलोके न भवति. In Swargaloka, na bhayam kinchana asti. Okay? What is there to be afraid if you are in Swargaloka? Because you don't go there. Okay? In Swargaloka, there is nothing like Akala Mrityu. When your time is up, you will get a rebirth. There is no accidental death. There is no heart attack. There is no COVID deaths. There is no heart attack deaths. These things are not there. Why? Mrityu doesn't visit Swargaloka. Unless he is going as Indra's guest. But as a purpose of Mrityu, he doesn't go there. Therefore, na bhayam kinchana, na tatra tvam, because you are not there. Na jaraya bibeti, nor there is old age, etc. In heaven, you don't age. You remain the same age as you went in. Okay? Eternal youth as long as you are there. Okay? As long as you are. Okay? And ashnaya pipase ubhe tirtva, having got over hunger and thirst. Food and drink is available in plenty. Okay? Ubhe tirtva. Okay. Shokadikoho modate Swargaloka. Everybody is happy in Swargaloka. They are enjoying in Swargaloka. Remember, I have said this before in the Gita, I will say it here also. For us, Swargaloka is a holiday home. Okay? Because of the punya karma you are getting a nice break in heaven. It is not permanent. Kshine punye martyalokam vishanti. Once your punya is over, you come back to earth to pick up your cross again. But in heaven you get a nice break from everything. Yeah. Plenty of food and drink and this and whatever you want. Enjoy it. Pure bhoga bhumi it is. Okay? Pure bhoga bhumi. Yeah. There, but you can't get moksha there. Where will you find teachers there? No teacher is going to go to Swargaloka. Because teachers don't have travel after that. No, Swamiji, this new age thing. I have contacted ascendant masters from heaven, etc. Yeah. Let us take it as true, not a story. All the great masters are what? Have you ever looked at the advice those masters are given you? Simple things. No one gets a message of Vedanta from heaven. Nobody. I know people who are psychic, who will contact all the higher spirits, etc. in other dimensions. I know them. A couple of them I know well. And I know they are genuine people. They are not faking it. But none of them gets a message of Vedanta. Why? There is no Vedanta teacher out there. Vedanta teacher is one with Ishvara. So, none of them will be there. Okay? Okay. Therefore, this I have heard. Therefore, he says, Satvam Agnihi Gum Swargyam Adhiyeshu Mrityohum Prabhuhi Tvam Shraddadhanaya Mahyam Swargalokaha Amritatvam Bhajantaha Etaditiyam Vrane Varena Varena Ditiyam Varam Vrane. The second boon I am asking you. What? Tvam Agnihi, that Agnihi. With Agni meaning here the Homa, the ritual. Okay? Swargamadyeshu Mrityu. Swargamadyeshu Mrityu. Mrityu, the ritual that can take one to heaven. Okay? Prabhuhi Tvam Shraddha Dhanaya Mahyam. I have Shraddha in what you say. Okay? I am a Shraddhavan. I believe in the Vedic rituals. I believe in the Veda. I have trust in the Veda. Therefore, please give me that. Why? Sargalokaha Amrutatvam Bhajanta. Let all these people who want to go there for Amrutatvam. Second boon. This is what I want to know. Murti must have smiled, अच्छा है, guy is on track. After all, Brahmana क्या पूछेगा? What will a Brahmana ask? What puja to do? What ritual to do? Some upasana? Most Brahmanas will ask only this much, nothing more. Yeah. That's why I teach in Shankara the heart of Matanga is supposed to be the heart of spirituality and things like that. Puja रहेगा तो 200 people will come. Class में barely 20 people will come. It is natural, okay. So Yama must also smile. ठीक है बाबा, बंदे को यही चाहिए, दे दो. बंदा requires this, give it to him. Okay. प्रत्ये ब्रवीमि तदुमे निभवद स्वर्गमग्नि नचिकेतो प्रजानन् अनन्तलोकाप्ति मथा प्रतिष्ठां विद्धि तुमेतां निहितं गुहायाम्. O Nachiketa, okay. Prate Brahmimi, okay. To you, Prabhavimi, I shall say, what you had asked for, I will give it to you, he says. Okay. Nibodha, understand it well. What? Swargyam Agnim, the Agni, the ritual that will take you to Swarga. Okay, Swargyam. Okay. Listen, attention carefully. Okay. And Prajanan, understand it well. Okay. Okay. Because Anantalokaptim, this will give you Anantalokaptim. Okay, that is heaven, etc. And Pratishtam, because you are invoking here the Pratishtam Lokan. Why Pratishtam Lokan? Heaven is not the Pratishtam Lokan. The deity that is invoked there is the Virat. Okay? Virat is what we saw in the Gita as the Vishwarupa, the cosmic form of Ishvara. Therefore, the Virat is invoked in this Agni for worship. Therefore, that's the Pratishtam of the universe. Etad Agnihi Viddhi, Nihitam Guhayam. Here, Nihitam Guhayam means keep it in your head. Don't forget it, don't mistake it. Let not one syllable go here and there. Guhayam Nihitam. Here, Guhayam Nihitam doesn't refer to the Atma or something like that. Okay? Just get it well here. Because you have to go back and tell them all this, no? You asked for the people. This is for Loka Sangraha you have asked. So, understand it well and let it be established well in your head so that you can go back and tell everyone. Acha Baba, theek hai. Okay. After that, there is not much description of the Agni, okay? What will be this Agni? A lot of people have asked me. Go, read the Veda. Read the Veda. Veda में सब लिखा है. पढ़ लो. Go to the Dharmacharya and study if you want to. Okay? I am not a Dharmacharya, I am a Vedantacharya. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Now I am not to teach karma, I am to teach Brahma Jnanam. Okay? Lokadagnim tamuvacha tasmai ya ishtika yavatirtva yathava sachavapi tat pratyaya adyukoktaha adyukoktam atasya mrityuhu punarevaha tushtaha. Tasmai, to him, to Nachiketa, Loka Agnim, all this Lokam Idam Agnim, this yaga that will take you to heaven, etc. That was Nachiketa had asked for. Tamuvacha Tasmai. Yama taught him all that, okay? Ya Ishtika, Yavatirtva Yathava. How many bricks are to be there? How have to be kept? Nowadays people get a Homa Kunda and do that, just one metal bucket. But for every yaga, there is a particular arrangement of the bricks for major yagas, okay? Small yagas, you can use a Homakunda. Like if you are doing a Mrityunjaya Homa, you can use a Homakunda for that. But even that Homakunda has to be placed inside a thing that is made of bricks. Okay? And it is not as always a square brick. No. There are different, even there are different shapes. Okay? Nowadays, most people, what they do is, they will draw the yantra on the floor using tel, rice flour and kumkum, turmeric, etc. They will draw the yantra. Very often for yagas, for the serious yagas, you have to put the bricks in that order. So I have seen yagashalas which look, the whole arrangement looks like a Garuda or a Naga. Okay, these are very special yagas. Okay, all the people who talk so much of karma wouldn't have even seen this. Okay, wouldn't have seen it, let alone do it. Okay, right. Therefore, Yama say all that, how many bricks and how it has to be arranged, all that. Okay, and tat pratyo vacha. He has Nachiketa to repeat it to check, has he got it right? Verification of communication, you know. Yeah, he got it checked also, all that fine. Okay. Okay. And Yama is satisfied. Why? For Yama, these are two simple boons. Okay. For a mortal here, it may seem a big thing. Okay. Today morning, another young man whom I know, in his late 50s, passed away. Just imagine, he goes to Yamaloka. He is in his 50s, okay? Not like Nachiketa, barely a teenager. The guy is in his 50s. He goes to Yamaloka and Yamaloka gives him a boon to come back to earth and live happily for another 30 years. Is it a big thing or a small thing? Live happily, okay, without worry and things like that. It's a big thing. So for mortals, it's a big thing. For Yama, chotaka. I am here for the whole kalpa. In the kalpa, what is 20, 30 years? Kuch baat nahi hai. Okay. Yeah. Similarly, one ritual to go to heaven, special ritual. ठीक है बाबा, hundreds of rituals are there in the Veda. एक more दे देगा, चलो, one more we will add to it. For Yama is not a big thing. For a mortal, for you and me, it may be a big thing. Okay. For a mortal, it's a big thing, not for Yama. For Yama, it's simple. All right. But he liked the boy, you know. He's sharp, he's grasping it, you know, he's grasping it well. And once I said, he has understood and repeated the whole back in me. Such students are rare, you know. ये 10 बार सिखा के फिर क्वेश्चन पूछता है तो वही ब्लैंक लुक, ये क्या है? This guy is not like that. Okay. Therefore, what does Yama say now? Tam abhrivit priyamano mahatma varam te yad dadami bhuyaha tavaiva namnam bhavita ayam agnihi srinkalam cha imam आनेक रूपाम गृहाणः. मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, बहुत खुश हूँ. तम अब्रवीत प्रियमाणो महात्मा. हे महात्मन. The teacher is calling the student Mahatman. Okay. I know Akhandanji used to embarrass us by calling us that. Okay. So me Akhandanji, a great name, you embarrass us calling that Mahatman. Varamte eva aha adye dadami. I am giving you another boon, unasked. What is that? Tava eva namna bhavitayam agnihi. This agnihi, this particular ritual will be known by your name. It will be called as Nachiketa Agni from today onwards. Not only that, here is a great necklace for you. Shrinkalam, a nice necklace. Okay. Anek Rupam. with multiple gems, etc., divine gems in it. Take it as a gift from me. I'm thrilled as you as a student. Okay? Someone like me can't do that. इतना पैसा नहीं है. But I remember in one camp, at Rishikesh camp, immediately after Puja Swamiji's Samadhi, we had given everyone a Rudraksha mala. Everyone we had given. Because I was very happy with that camp and the people. Yeah. So I said that things can happen, but don't expect like this Navaratna mala नहीं हो सकता है. Okay. एक दो जन को दिया है तो बात अलग है. That's different. They deserved it. Yeah. Okay.
The second boon is for whom is he asking?
Loka Sangraham, for everyone. Anyone who wants to study it and get it can take it. That's why, see, this looks just like a story, yaar boon pucha, ye pucha. But it shows this boy's social responsibility. Yeah, I have to take care of my family first, father, this, that, etc. He should be happy. Then, see, for him the society has been all the people he has seen, no? Everyone heaven going characters, All right, here is a ritual. So those characters also are taken care of. All those who want to go to heaven, this, that. So in today's world, what will be? Tree planting, things like that. Because what the society needs, you do what the society needs. Okay? Things like that.
So this included him also in the heaven thing?
If he wants to go to, yeah, he can also use it, no? If he wants to go to heaven, he can also use it. But the question is whether he wants to go to heaven or not. Because it's called Nachiketa Agni. And I'm sure the guy has stayed in Yamaloka for 3 days. After that, do you really want to go to heaven is a question mark. Bas itna hi hai na. It's something like this, How many of you read Jonathan Livingston Seagull, the book? Richard Bach. So there Jonathan goes to what is considered as heaven. And he lands up there, looks around and says, this is all that heaven is about. ऐसे लगेगा. ठीक है, जा गया देखा. It's like being a tourist in some place. After some time, what? You have seen everything. बस इतना ही है. Yeah. For those who are staying there, it is norm. No? You go and speak to the hotel characters, get friendly with them, especially the management guys, in a resort, and ask them how is their life there. Ask them. They are waiting to get out. How do you know? I used to train the management trainees in Leela. And Leela has one of the finest hotels in Goa. It's a palace. It's a honeymooner's delight. Really, I'm not joking. You think you are in fairyland. That's well made, it is. And the boys whom I have trained are there. So once I went there to evaluate. At the time when I used to do a lot of corporate training. Okay. So I went incognito to evaluate the place. So one day I went incognito, they didn't recognize me. Don't ask me how I managed that. I have my ways. Okay. I was dressed differently. I had a lady with me who did all the talking because I know if I open and talk, they will recognize. How much can you change your voice? And the next day I went as I am. As I am. So the guys were asking, Swamiji, you know our VP very well now. I said, I have put in a transfer from this place. Can you put in a word for me? I said, you are living in a palace, why you want transfer? Swamiji, you don't know how difficult it is to maintain this place. How much we have to struggle. And we are totally lonely. Honeymooners come here and all, they are fine. The guests are enjoying it. We have nothing to do here. We can't even enjoy all the facilities here because they are meant for the guests. The facilities available for us are limited. Are you getting the idea? Any place is like that. You stay there for too long, it nahi hai. Ah, theek hai, acha hai. People come to our ashram in Rishikesh. Oh, so beautiful, so this. You live there for a few years like how I did, it's another place. It's another place. Yeah, itna bada kya hai? Nahi hai. So I'm sure Nachiketa also must have felt by that. Okay. Then Yama says, Yama is, he praises the karma itself. Okay. It is these verses that the karmatas fall for and think this is the end of everything. Trinachiketaha tribhi etya sandhim trikarma krita ratirati janma mrityu brahmajnaha devam idya viditva nicheyamam shanti mrityorapnoti shanti mrityamantameti antameti. Tribihi sandhim. Etya tribihi sandhim. You gain sandhi with these three things. For this ritual it is required. What is that? Okay. Your parents and your teacher, three. Okay. And three Nachiketa. One who does this Nachiketa Agni 3 times. Okay. Trikarmaha kritar atiriti janma mrityu. He says he crosses over janma mrityu. Atitarati janma mrityu. Why? He will end up in heaven where there is no birth and death. Not that he will gain moksha, freedom from birth and death. No. Kshine punya martilokam vishanti. Okay. That is always there. But relatively, Brahmajnam devam idya viditva nachiketa yam shanti apniyati and shanti mapnoti. Brahmajnaha. Which Brahmajnaha is this? Which is the Brahman he will know here? Virat Purusha. The Virat Purusha. Because he is doing, knowledge often is used as upasanas also. He is worshipping the Virat. No? For shanti mapnoti. Okay. And that means what? You do the karma and you do the upasana on Virat. Okay, Shankara clarifies this here, You do the ritual and the upasana on the Virat Purusha. You'll go to Brahmaloka. If you go to Brahmaloka, you don't come back to earth. Why? At the end of the kalpa. You have to wait. If you are going now, you will have to wait 20,000 years. Okay? Because Kali Yuga is that long. Then at the end of the kalpa, Brahmaji will teach you. And understanding the truth from Brahmaji, hopefully, Brahmavid was not enough for you. Brahmaji himself was necessary. Understanding the truth, you will gain moksha. So, इधर ये अभी ये क्यों नहीं मोक्षा लेते हैं? तभी तक क्यों ठहरना है? Why do you have to wait until then? The idea is this possibility opens up. Because this possibility is there in the Veda. Therefore it opens up. Okay. And if you do only the karma, Trinachiketaha trayam etad viditva ye evam vidvan shinoti nachiketam samrityo pasham purata pranedya shokadiko modate sargaloke. Okay. The one who does this Nachiketa Agni 3 times, viditva, okay. Ye evam vidvan vishnoti nachiketam. Who does it properly meaning 3 times you have to repeat it. Sa mrityupashan puratya pranay. He is free from mrityupashan. Shogatikaha son, beyond sorrow, modate swargaloke, only the karma, if you know. And swargaloke modate. For those who want and those who have this book, there's a little bit description of the ritual given there below. Okay, 7 and 20 breaks. Okay, that means 365 into 2. 365 days, 365 nights, 720. Okay, 730 it should have become, but we are talking about lunar days and nights. Okay, okay. Okay. Anyway, I am not interested in that. I don't think anyone here is interested in going and doing a Nachiketa Agni. So let it be. Okay, let it be. Okay, then what? Eshate Agni Nachiketa Swargyaha Yam Vrinitaha Advitiyena Varena Etam Agnim Taveva Pravikshanti Janaha Tritiyam Vara Nachiketo Vrinishwa. Says what you have prayed for. Etad Agni Nachiketo Agni Swargyam, which leads to Swargaha. Yam Vrinita Dvitiyena, that you had asked for the second this thing. Etam Agnim Taveva Pravikshanti Jana. All the people also will talk about this Agni as being your Agni, Nachiketa Agni. As long as the Veda is there, you will be remembered. Now ask for the third boon. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Swami, we can hear you.
But you can't see, right?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Can't see.
Give me a second. As soon as this connection comes on, I'll change over.
Now we can't.
Now you can see, right?
Yes, Swami.
Yeah, okay. So he says, now ask for your third boon. 3 boons, no? Ask for the third one. All right. So now he asks, what is that? Yeyam prete vichikitsa manushye asti teke nayamasti iti chaike etad vidyamanam anusishtastvayaham varena mesham varastrutiya. He says there is this doubt. Yam pretya, after having died. Okay. What is the doubt? Asti ityeke, nasti ityeke. That there is the Atma that survives death. Okay. That Atma that survives death, hai. Iti eke vadanti, some people say hai. Some people say nayamasti iti. Nayamasti iti. Not there. as a vichikitsa santi. Etad vidyamanam anushishtatyoham. Says, so please teach me. I want to know under your teaching. Varena mesham varastritiyaha. This is my third book. Now look at it. The youngster has asked a question not very well, not very clearly. Agreed, is a great youngster. What he is asking is, Deha Vyatirikta Atma Asti Nasti. Simple as that, no? Is there a body that, is there an entity that survives death? Now Yama could have dismissed him. Tu kidhar aaya hai? She put it in Hindi, thoda barabar lagta hai. Where have you come, champ? You come to Yamaloka, no? That means what? After death, of course you survive. You ask for Nachiketa Agni to go to heaven. Who goes to heaven? Nobody goes to heaven with their body, no? Have you seen anyone going to heaven with their body? One guy tried. Trishanku. And failed miserably. Yeah. Only thing that came out of the whole thing, that Vishwamitra was hailed as a great Rishi. Yeah. When he was a Raja Rishi itself. So, nobody has, you know. Nobody has. Therefore, Deha Vyatirekta Atma is very clear. Sabko pata hai. So why are you even asking me this question? Right or wrong? Yama could have just dismissed it. But very often, when students ask a question, which you all also may have experienced, it may not be very spelled out, but the teacher always generally responds to what he perceives as what is behind the question. Unless the teacher wants to provoke you to think more. Like Swami Chinmanji always used to say, don't come and ask me a question out of the top of your head. Crystallize your doubt. Clarify. Swamiji, what is this? Swamiji, what is that? This is not Gappabaji, you know. You are not doing some Gapsup. Ask seriously. After having spent some thought on it. I was top of the head, whatever comes you blurt out. No. He was very, very this about it. So, Yama is doing the same thing here. In fact, next few verses, if you notice, Yama talks a lot. Okay? He tries to dissuade him from the answer. He tries to tempt him with other things. Yeah, because Yama wanted to ascertain, is this guy really worthy of this knowledge? Is he really worthy of this knowledge? Yeah, or not? Because in olden days, this knowledge was not easily given. It was never given unasked. That's why in another Upanishad, the story of Shvetaketu, who after graduating from the Gurukula, comes home. And the father sees the youngster is cocky. So he asks, did you ask for the teacher, knowing which everything is known? Did you ask this of your teacher? For that knowledge, knowing which everything is known? You know what the boy says? I don't think my teacher knew it. Because I was one of the brightest guys here, he would have taught me. Which is true. He was one of the brightest guys. But it is given only when it is asked. The olden tradition was like that. It is given only when it is asked. Then why are we doing all these reaching out things? Because this is Kali Yuga. That was Satya Yuga. That was Satya Yuga. This is Kali. If in Kali you are waiting for students to come and ask, no? Poor guys will die without even knowing something like this exists. They'll suffer and die without even knowing something like this exists. Therefore, in Kali Yuga, the rules of teaching change slightly. Okay? Therefore, we do acts of reaching out, etc. We do acts of reaching out, etc. So that people know something like this is there. Hey, come on, go and study. ऐसा है इधर. Even knowing is not that people always come and study. But you do things. Therefore, in Kali Yuga, the teacher has a greater responsibility. In sense, there you can check up Adhikaryam in Satya Yuga. This boy's Adhikaryatvam was tested. In Kali Yuga, the teacher has to help the student become Adhikaris. So, thoda confrontation hoga, thoda ye rahega, wo rahega. That's when the students start running away. Teaching the Gita, no confrontation. Chalo, aram se pad lo. After that, thoda pushing this, that, etc. Remember in the Guru Purnima, what I talked about, it is put up as the video is also put up. Markata Nyaya, Marjara Nyaya. Two styles of teaching. Okay, go check up in the video channel. Yeah, because that is necessary. Kali Yuga things are different. The whole thing is different. But Yama old school, Satya Yuga school, old school. He tests his student out. So the next few verses, Yama testing, and also in the process helping Nachiketa clarify the question. Because up to here, hai kya nahi hai? Hey champ, you have come to Yamaloka. Of course, can you not see? Characters are around. Go. Okay, teaching. Poor guy would have, this much even I knew before the teaching. Because I come here. And after clarification, after all what Yama talks about, we should see the question that Nachiketa asked afterwards. This is not the real question. This is only an introductory question. The real question comes afterwards, is almost like a definition of the Atma. Yeah, that comes a few verses later. Okay. But that, okay, because I want to take at least half the set of verses and one shot. Only then it will make better sense then. So we won't do it now. It's about 8:10. Okay, almost 8:10. So some people are feeling hungry also. So, okay. So we will call it a day here. I have a meeting at 8:30 also after this. Yeah. So I'll have my dinner after that. Okay. So we will handle that in the next class. Okay. Good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.